Thank you for joining us today for the virtual Sunday service with the Center for Creative Living. CCL, a charter of the Universal Church of the Master, has served and supported the spiritual needs of its community here in the Bay Area for over 20 years.
Good morning and welcome to the Center for Creative Living. I'm so glad to have you here. How'd you like the rain? Wasn't that amazing? It rained and rained and then it stopped, and then it rained and rained and then it stopped. It was like, phew, we needed the rain, I know. But for all of you who had to be evacuated because of the rain, for those of you who feel like you are drowning, our hearts and our prayers go out to you, because this has been a difficult time, especially right after everything else that's been happening in the country. And now COVID is still going. We're still pretty much closed up here in Santa Clara County. So there's been a lot of things happening. And I know that part of it that's been going on makes you feel like there's nobody there for me. Well, we're here for you. So please know that if you want to talk to somebody, give me a call at area code 408-220-5780. And I'd love to talk to you. Okay. Now, we have some exciting people talking today. After our prayer and message from our Reverend Ann Corbin, we are going to be having, I've got to read this to you because it's really neat, because it is Kindness is Normal with Tiffany, Kiefer, and Jill Stein. These are two exciting ladies, and they're the originators of a company called Rise Up and Shine. And now, kindness is normal. Kindness is love in action. Each one of us were born kind. And when we lead with authentic kindness, we raise the vibration for everyone, the whole nation. Just think of you just raising the kindness quotient in the world by being kind to somebody. It starts with you. Yeah, it does. And so we want you all to think about that. Kindness starts with you. Now, behind me, we see the candles that were used for the AIDS retreat. We at the Center for Creative Living, we have an annual, well, really, it's quarterly AIDS retreat that's put on for the center, with the Center for Living with Dying. And it is an amazing event. And as you can see, the candles that people lit. And behind us, I'm going to move over. Can you see that? That's one of the pictures at CCL of all those hands of all different colors and different gender, all of the people that helped put the Center for Creative Living together. And that includes you. So thank you again for joining us. And next week, you know who's going to be here? Corky. Yeah, the Reverend Corry Whitaker, and she's the one that's keeping CCL together. She's also working with Universal Church of the Master, our parent church, and keeping it on the up and up. Yeah, and she is so fun to listen to, and I'm glad that she's going to be here. And then after that, we are going to have Reverend Jones Dukes is going to be speaking, Reverend Sean Imler. Wow, listen to this lineup, and Reverend Connie Halbush. And all the way into March, when we're going to have the Reverend Joyce C. Brown. We've got a lot of beautiful people coming up to talk to you. And so always tune in on Sunday morning and see what CCL has to offer. And now for the prayer and the message.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Ann Corbin, Associate Pastor at the Center for Creative Living, and it is my pleasure to bring you this morning's opening prayer. I hope you are all safe and in a good place, and I'd like to really start off by sending love, prayers, and blessings to our own Reverend Dr. Eileen Augustine in the hopes that her home and neighborhood are safe and that she can return home soon, if you're not already home, because I haven't heard. Also, prayers and love to anyone out there who is going through any challenges at this moment in time. One more thing is congratulations to Reverend Dr. Janet Childs on her upcoming retirement. I'm so excited for you. I wish you the best of the best and so much more. February 1st is the time for Imbolc, and also known as Candlemas. Imbolc is the Celtic seasonal calendar wheel of the year, and it marks the time for the beginnings of spring and the stirring of new life. Even though it's still cold, you may be able to see the beginnings of new growth out in your garden. It's the promise of renewal, of hidden potential, of earth awakening, and life force stirring. This time represents hope, a time to welcome the growth and the returning of the light. So it's time to let go of the past and look into the future, clearing out the old, making both outer and inner space for new beginnings. Now make sure that you're gentle with yourself as you clear and let go. I can be so rough on myself when I'm doing that, and it's important to just be kind and care about yourself and give yourself love. Now this can be done in several ways, from spring cleaning your home to clearing the mind and allowing inspiration to enter into a new cycle. Valentine says, spring cleaning was originally a nature ritual, so it's a good time for making wishes and setting new intentions. Imbolc is traditionally a great festival, and it honors Bridget. She was also loved as a pagan goddess so much that her worship was woven into the Christian church as Saint Bridget. She's the goddess of healing, poetry, smithcraft, also fire, the sun, and the hearth. New life. She brings fertility to the land and its people, and is closely connected to midwives and newborn babies. She is a triple goddess, but at the Imbolc time, she is in her maiden aspect. Other ways that you can honor Imbolc could be planting of seeds, or maybe baking a seed cake. Anything that you do it with intention and love. You can include that love and intention by stating affirmations while you're stirring up your batter, or by blessing the seeds with love and kindness as they are being put into the ground. A lot of people light candles in every room in their home at Candlemas time, making wishes for themselves, their families, and friends. When this is done, they let them burn all the way down, but of course make sure you're home for safety's sake. The lighting of the candles represents the longer days to come, the sun coming out and the light within. May you each be blessed by the light you are and the light you bring to the world. Now close your eyes and take in a nice deep breath. As you breathe in, feel the light of love surrounding you. Hold that for a moment, and then breathe out, releasing all burdens or worries that you are ready to release, and place all you want to let go of in that virtual basket that's sitting right next to you. Our wonderful Creator will take these for you and transmute the energies for good. Dearest Mother, Father, God, dearest Creator, thank you for this new day. Thank you for our existence and for all life. Thank you for the new beginnings as the early signs of spring appear on the earth and we start to feel more hope as the days slowly grow longer. Thank you for allowing each of us to awaken to our true selves, and for the courage to accept any challenge that may come our way, knowing that we can trust you to always be by our side and to always have our back. Thank you for reminding us of the light that we are, so we can send that light out to others in hopes that kindness will become everyone's guide. Thank you for the opportunity to be together, even if it is still virtually, and thank you for giving us hope that we will be able to gather and share hugs again in the future. Let those that are going through challenges with dis-ease or discomfort feel your loving light shine in and through them, giving them strength to go forward and find the right path to their greatest and highest good. Thank you for our angels here on earth, who put their lives on the line for our good. First responders, nurses, doctors, grocery workers, delivery drivers, and more. We are so blessed. Thank you for bringing us inspiration today, brought to us through our wonderful speaker, musicians, and the love of our community. And most of all, thank you, Creator. We are so grateful for your love, light, and guidance. In deep gratitude, I say, blessed be, amen, and so it is.
Hello, hello, Center for Creative Living. We are so blessed and grateful for being here with you on this beautiful, blessed Sunday. My name is Tiffany Kiefer.
I'm Jill Stein.
And we are
Rise Up and Shine.
And again, we are so grateful to be with you here on this wonderfully blessed Sunday. And today we are going to be talking about how kindness is normal. In this beautiful, wonderful world that we're in this beautiful time in the beginning of the year, we're noticing a lot of shifts and a lot of changes within our environment, whether it's in our own reality or the reality that's out there. So I want to start off with a quote. A person becomes 10 times attractive, not by their looks, but by their acts of kindness, love, respect, honesty, and loyalty they show.
Yeah, so often in this world we think it's all about the body and the outside. And I'm sure if you think about it, especially those of you that are part of the Center for Creative Living community, you realize that it's not about the outer body. It's about what's inside, and it's about the actions that we take. And I know that I learned this at a really, really young age. When I was in 6th grade, we relocated to a new town. And when I moved there, of course, the cute guy that was the popular guy, oh my gosh, I just thought he was so hot. And I mean, he was the focus of all my young girl fantasies. And when it was time to go to high school about 2.5 years later, I remember realizing I don't even think he's good looking anymore. And it wasn't because he ended up getting a bunch of zits or changing in any way. He still was the hot guy in class, but he was kind of a jerk. And I realized that he wasn't good looking to me anymore. He didn't stir those same feelings. There were other guys in school that did, and not because they were stereotypical good looking, because they were kind people. And it's just so funny, and not just, people who were attracted to sexually, but anybody, friends, people that we come across that we meet. I'm sure you find that when they're kind and they're wonderful, loving human beings, they just have a glow and they're so beautiful. And because beauty is from the inside out, right?
Oh, absolutely. We were born kind, beautiful souls. We were born kind, but somewhere along the way, as we grow, we lose some sort of kindness, whether it's somebody was mean to us as a kid, or we were learned by example, by watching somebody. We learned how to be selfish or mean ourselves, or we had some sort of tragedy within our lives that made our heart go cold and crass. And somewhere along the line, we learned how to be unkind to others and ourselves. And today, we just want to bring back that kindness is a normal way of life. And if everybody embraces how we can show kindness to strangers and people we love, people we like, even our enemies, the world can make a complete massive shift of pure, positive love energy. Kindness equals massive good and massive change.
Yeah. So kindness is and always will be one of the most powerful forces for good that exists in our world, because kindness equals love, and kindness equals love in action. So we can feel wonderful, powerful love within us, but if we don't release it in some form of action, it's not as effective. It is effective always to project love to other people and creatures, but when love becomes action, it's even more powerful. And as Tiffany was saying, the reason it equals massive good and massive change is because it just flows out to the world when you're kind. And it's not just about being kind, but it's about recognizing kindness in others. When I was doing some writing with my angel, he sent the message to me that if one person helped another person, say one person helped an elderly person across the street, but the whole world took notice, there would be a massive shift. So it's not just about being kind, it's also about recognizing kindness in the world.
Yeah. So a lot of times people say, well, I am kind. I'm nice to people. I smile. But, you know, there are other words, similar words that are associated with kindness. And so I want to just kind of bring it full circle about really what kindness is. And some similar words or synonyms of what kindness is warm-heartedness, thoughtfulness, helpfulness, compassion, friendliness, being sweet, right? Courtesy, goodness, pure goodness, right? Generosity, and just being thoughtful. Kindness is a way love is expressed, a reason love multiplies, and an example of what is possible when love is prioritized. So when you make love a priority in your life and you lead with love, kindness, and your heart will always lead you in the right direction. You'll always go forward.
Yeah. And we wanted to talk a little bit about authentic kindness, because there are a lot of people in the world that do kind acts just because they think they're supposed to. Or, you know, we all, you know, there's a whole myriad of reasons people are kind. I mean, sometimes they're just kind because they want the tax break. But it needs to feel good. It needs to feel authentic. And there is a way to know the difference. If it's something that just, if a thought pops into your head, that is a thought of an opportunity to be kind, there's a really good chance that's something you should be doing, because that's either the inner you saying, here's an opportunity to be in service and to be kind, or maybe you're getting a little something in your ear from some of your friends from the other side saying, this person or this animal needs you. This is an opportunity. Those are golden opportunities, because I think we all here feel like, okay, we want to be in service. Where do those opportunities lie? Show me. We ask, show me where those opportunities lie. So when you listen, you will be guided in the right direction to be kind. And if you're doing it kind of if you're being a curmudgeon about it and, oh, I'm going to do this, but I better get some recognition. People better notice. If you're the kind because you want people to notice, that's not an authentic kindness. You want to do it just because it feels good. And when it's authentic, it feels really, really good.
You know, a lot of times, this isn't even what I was gonna talk about, but it kind of dropped in. You know, when we're kind and when we are kindness without being judgmental or having a reactive response, we actually get the biggest gift, because it brings so much enjoyment and joy and love and self-love for ourselves to let our light shine and spread love amongst the world, and the ripple effect from one kind gesture, whether it's a smile that's free, trickles down across miles. But when we're kind, the person receiving it gets a gift, but truthfully, we benefit the most. We get the greatest joy when we embrace the love that we are passing on. And we have the benefit of raising the vibration of the world with one kind gesture. Because by doing one kind gesture, not only are we raising our vibration, our energy level, our perception, which raises our vibration, but we're raising the vibrational, energetic, happy level of the person that we did the gesture. So now there's two of us. And then we raise the vibrational level of now 2 more people that we touch. And we create this ripple vibrational effect, this seismic, cosmic vibration, I guess you could say, of kindness that keeps going. So we, with one gesture, you can change the vibration of the world. And that, my friends, that is what makes kindness normal. That's what makes kindness normal, powerful.
Super powerful. And you mentioned kindness without judgment. That is something so worth really acknowledging, because there's 2 folds to this. There's, if you're being kind to somebody and you're taking pity on them or feeling sorry for them, that's kindness with judgment. We're all connected. We're all the wonderful children of the universe, and we're all equal. And when you can remember that when you're being kind and raise people up to your level, it's just a wonderful thing. And on the other side of that, don't look at somebody that you think has it all together, they're on the top of their game. They need kindness too, because we never know what's going on behind the scenes. It's just so critical to not let judgment and what you think things look like get in the way of your kindness. Practice kindness all across the board. We wanted to really talk about how kindness has a flow, okay? It's a circular flow, which means, and this is going to be one of the harder things for a lot of you, especially women. They have a hard time with this, but there might be some guys out there too. You have to receive kindness as well, because you need to be kind to yourself, first of all. Don't forget about you when you're practicing your kindness, but receive kindness. Receive kindness unconditionally. And what I mean by that is there's not a scorecard here. And I just learned this about a week ago. My life is crazy right now. I'm moving. I had to go to Texas and take 2 days to find a house. I'm super busy with work, and I just haven't had time to take care of my house the way I usually like to. And my wonderful Tiffany and my friend Betty were feeding my livestock while I was gone, my animals. And when I got home, they had cleaned my house from top to bottom. And for us to walk in the house and just have it be so clean and so wonderful, I was so touched and so overjoyed. But where is the first place I went? As I stepped into my bright, clean, shiny, clean shower to wash the airplane off of me, I started thinking, okay, what am I going to do to return this favor? What gift am I going to buy them? Should I take them to lunch and tell them I'm taking them to lunch to thank them for cleaning my house? And I got a message, and it wasn't from me. It was definitely an angelic message that said, you don't have to do anything in return. Just receive this kindness. And that was such an epiphany for me. An epiphany from Tiffany. Another one of those is we can receive the kindness of others without having to give back directly. So be kind to yourself and learn to receive kindness, because that's the whole flow of kindness in the world. It has to be in circular motion for it to be as effective, the kind of effective that we're talking about with this movement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jill's talking about, it was our honor to do that for you. But what Jill's talking about is our kindness is normal movement that Jill and I are putting together. I had a message drop in that it is time for us to make a change. It's time for us to create massive movement again. As you know, a couple years ago, we did a happiness movement and changed a lot of lives. And this time it's kindness. And so details will be following, but we wanted to plant the seed that massive kindness is coming, and it's going to be called Kindness is Normal. So more details coming, but hope that each and every one of you will be jumping on board to create that 1 or 10 or 100 ripple effects to up-level the vibration of the world, to change the trajectory of the motion and create a positive upspin. So without further ado, we hope that you have an amazing, blessed Sunday, and we hope that love and abundance reign heavily upon you. Don't forget to make a change in the world. Do one kind gesture a day to not only yourself, but to others. And don't forget to rise up and shine.
Let us invoke kindness from the deep river of our heart. May we call upon compassion to help us gather and embark upon the journey of loving, on the path of giving, in the hope of being in the world of living, 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 in the world of living, living, living. Kindness like a river flows, kindness like a flower grows, kindness heals with every breath, kindness comes with every step. Kindness is the medicine that brings us home to love. To love. Oh. ourselves up in this cloud of grace, in the hope of being in this world of living, upon this journey of loving, in this path of giving. May we kiss the ground of the battle we face. May we know that time can never erase this sunrise of kindness. Oh, this sunrise of kindness. 'Cause kindness like a river flows, kindness like a flower grows, kindness heals with every breath, kindness comes with every step. Kindness is the medicine that brings us home to our love. Ooh, this brings us home to our love. Ooh, kindness brings us home to our love.
Thank you for joining us for this celebration of faith and fellowship. We'll be back next Sunday, and for those of you, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can leave them in the comments section. If you appreciate this video and the work that the Center for Creative Living is doing, please press like on the video. You can share the video, and also please subscribe, because that will help this community and the church grow. Remember, in these difficult and challenging times, the opportunity to give and support an organization that has done so much for the community is tremendously important. Please help the Center for Creative Living continue in the wonderful work that it does. We will make it through this. We will be stronger for it. Our faith will carry us. Be blessed, be safe, and have a wonderful week.